The factory process begins with roasting bags of beans, about 150 pounds at a time. The beans are loaded into a hopper and then released into the preheated drum roaster. The temperature rises over 20 to 30 minutes to about 250 degrees Fahrenheit, using a profile that is specific for each origin and harvest year. The main reason for roasting cacao is to reduce the water content to less than 1% and then drive chemical reactions to develop complex flavors and aromas. Roasted beans are fed into a winnowing machine that breaks them and separates the lightweight shell from the nibs, the meat of the bean. The nibs are further refined by passing them through 2 sets of granite rollers that crush them into what look like smooth ribbons of chocolate. This form of cacao is called either mass or liquor, interchangeable terms, and it is the starting material that is added to milling machines to make chocolate. The purpose of milling is to grind cacao and sugar particles to a small size and create a suspension of particles in cocoa butter. Cacao mass is roughly 50% cocoa butter, and it completely melts when milled over the course of 1 hour. Sugar is then added and milled for 90 minutes to reduce the particle size of finished chocolate to about 15 microns. The milled chocolate is transferred through heated piping to a machine called a conch that churns, aerates, and emulsifies over 24 hours to produce a low-viscosity chocolate that can be easily molded and has a smooth mouthfeel when melting. It is now ready for tempering, the process of slowly cooling the chocolate so that it is shiny, breaks evenly, and doesn't melt too easily after molding. The liquid chocolate is deposited into molds and is solidified with a pass through a cooling tunnel to promote complete crystallization of the cocoa butter. Chocolate can be thought of as a crystal of cocoa butter that traps suspended particles of cacao and sugar particles in its structure. The molding line deposits up to 175 pieces per minute that are then put into 2 wrapping machines operating at 90 pieces per minute. That allows us to wrap at the same rate that we mold. Most of our production is in 5-gram Napolitans, the individually wrapped pieces like the ones you are tasting now. Our second-story pavilion is perfectly situated to enjoy chocolate and views of the ocean and the mountains. Please visit our factory retail store to enjoy a variety of chocolate experiences.